Hello dear Cut and Sew Tribe, you're welcome to Cut and Sew Tribe YouTube channel. I want to appreciate all our subscribers. Thank you for subscribing. If today's your first time, kindly subscribe for more interesting tutorial. So we're going to draft, cut and sew this bustier with cup, popularly known as corset here in Nigeria. So I'm going to show you how we can adapt our basic body to achieve this. So, and we're going to create the basque effect. So if this looks like something you want to learn, let's go straight to the drafting. So these are the required materials. I have all this material for the project. So this is my bone. It is a plastic bone. I'm going to use it for the project. I have about 2 yards or thereabouts. So I'm going to be using this black cup. So I've darted it, I've put my dart. So this is my black cup. I'm going to use it for the project. We're going to use our bias for the style lines. You need your fabric, any fabric of your choice. So for this project, you need about 2 yards of fabric for a small size. But here I have less than 2 yards, but let's see how it will go. So this is the fabric I'm going to use. I have my lining. So we're going to use the elastic for the band of the sleeve, and this is our basic bodies. So if you don't know how to draft this basic body, I want to encourage you to check the channel. I've done a detailed tutorial on how to draft basic body, so you do well to check it up. You know, every style we illustrate on this channel always starts with basic body. So this is it. We're going to start by determining the depth of our neck. You know, this is an off shoulder top. So we're going to determine the depth. I'm going to come down from the starting point. This is my shoulder line. So I'll come down by 7 inches. 7 inches, and I'm going to draw a straight line across. Do you get it now? Just go ahead and draw your 7 inches. Whatever, you can use between 6 and 7 inches depending on how low you want it to be. So now, since I've drawn out this line, let me just label it so that you get what each line stands for. So this is it. This is my overbust line, overbust line. So the second line is going to be my bust line. So this is my bust point, BP, and here I have my underbust, UB, and this is the length of my half length, though my actual half length is 17 inches, but I intentionally added 2 inches to it so that I don't want it to be too high. Do you get it now? So this is my front length, and you know the front length and the back length, they are not supposed to be the same. That is why we have it like this. So this is going to be my back length, and this is going to be over bust for the back, and this is going to be the bust line. Now let us proceed. The first thing I'm going to do on this line now is I'm going to extend this line to the over bust. So you are going to use your nipple to nipple, my nipple to nipple divided by 2, and I will connect it back to the bust point. Do you get it now? So you can go ahead and tighten this over bust. I'm going to tighten it by ½ inch on both sides, and that is going to be a total of 1 inch altogether. Do you get it now? And I will connect it back to the bust point like so. So we have tightened our over bust. So the next thing we are going to do is to contour our under bust. So come to the under bust like this and insert your accurate under bust measurement. So my own under bust circumference is 27. If I divide 27 into 4, I will have 6.75 here like this, and you go ahead and measure whatever you have left. So here I have about 2 inches left. Do you get it now? So I'm going to look for a way of taking out that 2 inches from this center here. So like that, you are going to have accurate under bust circumference. So the 2 inches here, now just come here from this line, go in by ½ inch. ½ inch is okay, and from that ½ inch you are going to measure what you have here. So whatever you get is going to be the amount you are going to use to contour your under bust. So can you see it now? I have successfully carried out what I have here to this place, and you bring in your curve. Just bring in your curve to tighten the underbust. Do you get it now? And I'll just go ahead and do it like this. And the other part as well, you make sure you look for the nice part of your cuff to do so. So you go ahead and connect it like this. Can you see it? So you don't want to leave it like this. You are going to bring it down to the front length. So this is what we have. The next thing you are going to do is to come to your underbust and measure your cuff spacing. I used to call it cuff spacing, that little space in between your two cuffs. So I'll be using ½ inch. You know, ½ inch unfold. By the time you open it up, it's going to give us 1 inch. And I'll just draw my straight line like this. Do you get it now? So the next thing to do now is to bring out our cuff shape. That is very easy when you have your cuff like this. So you just look for a way of connecting this point to somewhere around here. So just watch the way I am placing my cuff. So you need to be very careful here so that your cuff is not too curvy. So I'm trying to get the shape, and I'll just go ahead and draw out my line. You make sure it is touching the underbust. So can you see it? I have my shape like this. Now we're going to draw the second cuff line, and before you do that, from this last point here, just come in by 0.75. You can come in between half to 0.75. Do you get it now? And you mark, and I'll just bring it out to the underbust from this place to this place. So this is how I used to do it, and it works for me perfectly. So just go ahead and connect like this, and this is what we have. It is looking very nice and pretty. So let's quickly work on the back so that before we go ahead and cut out our pattern. So I want to tighten up this upper part of the back as well. So just go ahead and extend this line just the way we did. Do you get it now? And just open it up by 0.25 on both sides. This is optional, but I love doing it like this. So do you get it now? And we have this now. Now for the sweetheart neckline here, you just can determine how low, how deep you want it to be. So from the center front neckline, you can come down between 4 to 5 inches. So I'll be coming down by 4.5 inches because I don't want it to be too low. So, and I'll just go ahead and connect it like so. Can you see it? So you want to make sure this line here, this side here, you measure it. I have 6.5. So you make sure this line also is that 6.5. Do you know the reason why you have to do this? So that your cup will not gape by the time you want to join it together. So this is very important. So I have it like this. I'll just extend it a bit to have my 6.5, and I'm going to connect it like so to my armhole area. Can you see it? So at times, if you like, you can come down by 0.5 on the armhole, but I'm going to connect it straight to the armhole. You get it now? So this is what we have, and our pattern is pretty ready. So the next thing we're going to do now is I'm going to cut out this pattern. Go ahead and cut this side open first, and I'll go ahead and close up this dart, the bust dart. It is very important to close it up before you cut your pattern. So I've closed up the dart here. Now if you observe, you will see that this line does not align, so I'm going to blend it up. Can you see it? Just blend it up, don't worry yourself. And this part as well, just go ahead and blend it up before you cut. Do you get it now? So I'll go ahead now and cut out my pattern. So this is it. This is what we have for the front pieces. So it is always advisable you label it. This is the side, just put side SF, SF, and these points here where you have your bust points, just put your arrow there. Do you get it now? And this one is your CF, just for identification purpose. Do you get my points now? And I'm going to put these ones aside. I have it cut out like this, so I'm going to cut out my bag. So this is what I have for my bag. Now you have two options here. You see that you can cut it out or you just close it up like this. I am not going to hold any dart on the pattern, so I'll just go ahead and close up this dart like so. So like this, I have eliminated my dart. Now I'm going to create loop at the back. So for the spacing of the loop, I don't want it too wide, so I'm going to use like 2 inches for this upper part. You can use between 2 to 3 inches will be very wide. You know, by the time we open it up, this 2 inches is going to give us 4 inches, and it is okay for me like this. So I'm going to open it up like this, 2 inches. Do you get it now? So you have 2 inches for the upper part here. I don't want it to go down like that, so here I will have 2 inches, and here I'll just take away 1 inch so that my loop will be sitting nicely. So I'll just go ahead and cut it out like this. So this is going out from So go ahead and label this part as well, up and down. So this is our complete pattern set for both the front and the back. The last alteration we're going to do on this pattern before we transfer to fabric is I'm going to bring the front together like this. We are going to create our basque effect. So I'm going to tape it together at the back. So this is what we have. I've joined it together at the back. So I'm going to bring in another pattern paper like so, and you make sure the line is correct here at the center. So I'm going to tape it at the back as well. So this is it. I've joined it together at the back. Now to create our basque, you can use between 4 to 5 inches. You can use between 4 to 5 inches from your waist line. So I'll be coming down by 4 inches. You know, I added 2 inches extra to my length, to my half length before, so I don't want it to go down too much, so I'll just add 4 inches. Now this is the 4 inches here, and if you look at the shape of that basque, it is not straight like that. So here I will go in by, I want it to be a bit wide, so I think I'll be using 2.5 here, and I'm going to draw a straight line like this. Can you see it? I'll just connect the lines together like this. Let me use my ruler, sorry. So I'll just connect it together. This is my 2.5, and I'm going to bring the 2.5 to this side here. So this is it. This is what we have for the basque, and I'll shape it out. Can you see it? So I'll go ahead and cut it out like this. All right, this is what we have, but the way I'm looking at it, this is going to be too wide. I'm going to alter it a bit, so I'll be going for 2 inches. Let me go for 2 inches. Now this is optional. Use whatever you feel like using here just to get that shape, and you are going to connect back. You are not going to remove anything here. It is just from this part here. Do you get it now? So find a way of connecting it to this point, and we have this. So I'll just trim out this part. So this is how it's going to look after cutting it out. And I told you this 2 inches is optional. You can go in by any amount you are comfortable with. and our pattern is looking pretty. So there is one more alteration I need to do on this pattern before we can call it a day, and that is this part. You know, bringing this one together like this, the front and the back side, they must both align, and we are having this here, so that means I am going to cut it out. Please take note of that, it is very, very important. So I'll go ahead and cut it out. Yes, so like this we have correct pattern. Can you see it? So this is how it should look. Don't forget to put your sign that will help you to identify. So this is my up and this is my down. All right, so we have come to the end of this tutorial, and I want to believe you enjoy it. So in my next tutorial, I'm going to show you how to transfer this pattern to fabric, and we are going to sew everything together. If you find this helpful, give us thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and do well to turn on the bell notification so that you'll be notified when I upload the next tutorial. I will see you soon. Bye.